What's up, you guys? I want to do this video a little bit different. I wanted to answer some questions that people have left me on Instagram, on my YouTube post. I want to know what you guys were thinking. I want to know what questions you guys had for me. Again, I'm just a guy on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for actually thinking that I'm somewhat credible. I want to do this video a little bit different. I figured that I needed to make something more attention-getting. Nothing's more attention-getting than hot wings and one of my favorite Mexican prepared drinks. We cannot forget this. What I'm about to make right here is called the Michelada. It's almost like a Mexican Bloody Mary. There's a lot of spices and what you call clamato, or kind of like the V8 tomato juice. The ingredients you need to make a Michelada is obviously your favorite beer. I'm going with Corona. Of course, you can't forget your cold glass. You can't forget your chamoy. And since we don't want to take 3 hours preparing a drink, Big Mitch, they have the Michelada mix. So pretty much this mix contains everything you need to create your Michelada, because usually people will use V8, Worcester sauce, Tabasco. They'll throw like 40 different condiments. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go with the OG classic today. Throw some chamoy there. Next, what we can do is throw some chamoy on the sides. Jesus. All right. Kind of throw that much in there. This is really strong, it's really potent, so you don't need that much. So now, let's pour beer. I have a lime squeezer or whatever, but you know, gotta be, mama ain't raised no lady. I think we're good. I think we're good with this amount of lime. This is just extra. Okay, so now get yourself a spoon. And if you wanna go for that overachievement, kinda like that Salt Bay dude, kind of go like that. Now you have prepared a really good Michelada by yours truly. I really shouldn't have these beers here because YouTube will get mad. All right, guys, you usually put ice in these drinks, but since I am feeling a little bit under the weather, I decided not to make this drink colder than it needs to be. But here, let's see what it tastes like. Perfect. So the first question I'm going to answer is by Janraf Lim. Invest in stocks or invest in making my own business? That's kind of tricky for me to answer. It's really personal. I personally think that the best investment you can make is investing in yourself. So that would be investing in your own business. It depends on what your approach is to investing, how much knowledge you have in either stocks or in the business you want to start. Just know that being a business owner takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of hard work. It's not a 40-hour work week. It definitely is a lot more hours than what you think. Armando Cornejo. Do you think a man in their late 40s can make it as a lineman electrician, brother? I think you can definitely do it because although the job is very physical, especially during the schools, the progression schools, there's been guys older than 40 that still made it. And there's been guys that have been in really bad shape. So as long as you think you can do it, as long as you prepare yourself mentally and physically, it's just don't give up, brother. These wings beat Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop. They're so much cheaper and they're so much healthier since I just put them in the oven. There's no deep fry in here. Ronnie Wisdom. How overall health and wellness incorporate into your goals? I think I could do a better job incorporating better health and, you know, working out more and stuff like that. You're never too busy to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I usually do a good job in maintaining a healthy regimen, working out, eating right, but I kind of fell off the horse in the last few months, but the return is coming. I'm definitely going to get in better shape. Just give me some time, guys. One thing about eating wings is if you're not eating everything that's on the bone, you're not eating wings the right way. Comment down below, let me know how you guys eat your wings. I do not like to see anything go to waste. This comment's from Look Kid. What is your stock portfolio and what brokerage firm do you use? I'm just gonna pull up my portfolio right now. I'm invested in Microsoft, VOO, different versions of an index fund like the S&P 500. I have the S&P 500 growth ETF. I have a few shares in that. I invested in Beyond Meat, and that was beyond a mistake. I actually invested in Beyond Meat at 176 a share. And obviously it's at 138 right now, so I'm at a loss. But luckily I've recovered a lot of that. Another company I really like is Alibaba, even though right now it's kind of iffy with them because I don't know. There's a possibility that they get delisted because of the whole Trump and Chinese companies being delisted. Starbucks, Apple, Nike, Home Depot, Coca-Cola, Exxon stock. Exxon is the company that owns the company I work for. I own one share of Amazon, Visa, Disney, Boeing, Costco, a few airlines, Walmart, Comcast, but I use Robinhood for the most part. I have two other accounts. I have a Webull account. I don't have much money in there. And I have a Vanguard account. Again, I don't have much money there. I use Robinhood because it's easy, it's simple, and I like their setup. It's super simple. It's so convenient. You know what? I think I should put ice in here because now it's getting kind of warm, but it's still good. All right, next comment from Lupe Manzano. Why didn't I win the giveaway? LMAO. All right, next comment. In all seriousness, it was because it was random and the luck wasn't on your side. John LaCroix, how to become a lineman and what is the starting salary and how long does it take to get where you are now as a lineman? I'd rather not get into detail of what exactly the pay grades are within my area because I got in a lot of trouble with my company. These guys really do not want other people to know what our pay scale is. John LaCroix, if you want to reach out to me in a personal message, that's fine. Just know that no matter what, if as a lineman, you're gonna make good money. You're gonna make 6 figures. And in areas where I live, even as an apprentice, there's just a lot of overtime, a lot of opportunity to work. Humbert Trujillo. You should make a video talking about what jobs are the best out there to go for with no college degree. Should be interesting. I do want to make a video of probably the 5 best jobs to have without a college degree. That's definitely something I'm gonna cover in the future. Hakeem Jack, what was it like to be on Millennial Money? What was Graham really like? Does you girlfriend share similar interests in terms of saving money? So being on Millennial Money was honestly one of the highlights of my life. In the beginning, I was a little bit regretful of leaking too much information. What was Graham really like? So Graham was a really cool guy. Graham is everything I expected. Humble, chill dude. I've been looking up to Graham for the last few years now, and Graham's the reason why I've decided to pursue the personal finance YouTube channel. Our mindset resonates so much with each other. So very cool dude. Does your girlfriend share similar interests in terms of saving money? So my girlfriend does like to save money. Being around me, I've kind of changed her mindset. I don't think she was ever going to be done with money or like a shopaholic or something like that. So luckily we have like the same mindset, which makes it easier to get along. This comment's from Emar. What are the YouTube channels you watch on the regular? I watch Graham Stephan's videos. I watch Meet Kevin, Andre Jick, pretty much anyone in personal finance, Dave Ramsey. I love Dave Ramsey rants. Elk Boys, I watch those, prank YouTube videos. So I'm all over the map as far as YouTube. This next message is from Noé Macias. Any financial advice for teens? The advice I wish someone gave me as a teen: don't try to impress people around you. Do not try to impress society. Do not try to keep up with the Joneses. Do not let people discourage you. Figure out what your life goals are. College is not the only way. Save as much as you possibly can all the time. And I wish I knew that when I was a teen, but I did not. I'm getting pretty full. This next comment's from DPF Productions. How are your properties doing right now? My tenants have paid through May. Again, I keep saying that it's month to month, so I don't know what June has in store for me, but I'm optimistic, and I think June will be good too. Another comment from Emar. If you could go back 5, 10, 15 years, what advice would you give yourself? Again, this goes back to giving advice to a teen. One thing I would explain to myself is that I can become wealthy. I can escape that rat race. I don't have to work until I'm 65 and then retire and then, die. And ultimately, most people don't know about saving, investing, becoming wealthy one day. And not because you want to be rich and have all these things, nice cars and this and that. No, because you want to be able to buy your time back, buy your life back, to enjoy things, doing things that you really love. What's your advice for 15-year-olds financially? Again, I keep having the same questions, and I didn't realize that this comment was coming up. Money does buy you happiness in the sense that it allows you to do the stuff you really want to do. Whether it is to hang out with your dog or just to go snowboarding, to go to the beach, to go traveling, you need time. And the thing that keeps us away from doing the things we love to do is unfortunately a 9-to-5 job. Money is a tool to happiness, but money does not equal happiness. So that's my advice. Again, that's another form of advice for a young person. This next comment's from F4799999999. But anyway, shout out to the subscriber because they have been awesome commenting in all my videos. So his comment is, you have done so many things right. What are some things you could have done better or improved on financially? What is a great idea you learned on the way or recently that you would have implemented long ago had you known about it in the past? Dude, I don't know if this beer's hitting me. Let me answer the first part. I wish I would have started investing at age 10. Like Warren Buffett, when he was a young kid, he started investing really young. So I didn't start investing until I was like 21. I wish I would have started saving the moment I started working when I was about 14 years old. What helped me to start saving is I opened up a savings account. As soon as I got paid, I put money in my savings account. I didn't care what bills I had. I knew that my $500 every 2 weeks had to go in my savings account. You got to keep your savings where your savings goes, and you're spending money where your spending money goes, or else you won't save. Trust me, psychologically, it just helped me to start saving money.
I'm losing it. Check this out. We did it. I can't believe it. Oh my God, trending.
Graham's always on trending, dude. This guy does not stop growing on YouTube. It's insane. Go follow Graham Stephan if you've not followed him already. All right, these next comments are from Instagram. This one's from Dan. A walkthrough of what you look for in a rental property, but I think that would be cooler if you did it in a vlog style and actually walked through a house and showed what are things that are looked for in the house that are automatic deal killers. And also the neighborhood, schools, the factors that aren't usually thought about when purchasing a rental property. I love real estate and I want to be able to show you guys what I look for in a rental property, but I haven't really been looking at rental properties. I've tied my cash up in other investments, but I will be looking at some real estate pretty soon, so I hope to make that video pretty soon. This next comment's from Enzo Milani. How many properties do you plan to own in your lifetime? So I have no number set in stone of what I plan to own, and I don't think I'll ever put a cap to what my numbers are. I personally want to own thousands of units one day. There's no sense in me thinking about the numbers right now because it's too soon. This next question is like 5 questions in one. This one's from Argelia. So Argelia has questions more about my career. One of her questions is, what is your background, both academic and experience? Everything I know about my job, I learned on the job, so I had no background in that. Academic experience, I graduated high school and I attempted to go to college, but that didn't work out. How did your background lead you to this position? My background didn't really get me this position. I just had to pass rigorous testing, physical testing, again, prerequisites, stuff like that. So I didn't really have a background in anything. How did you become interested in this type of work, and how did you get your present job? Before I started with this company, I was actually going to do plumbing, and then also waiting for a call for a pipe fitter union that I applied for. And as soon as I got into the company I work at now, that pipe fitter union actually called me like 3 days after I got hired with this company, and they asked me if I was interested. I told them no, because I started with this company. And then the people I got hired with, they started talking about linemen, and then they started talking about how much they make and what type of work they do. And I'm like, okay, that's me. That's gonna be me one day. I can't wait till I do that. How long have you worked in this field? I've worked in this field for 3 years now. What is the most challenging, rewarding aspect of your work career? The most challenging is the hours at times. Sometimes you're on very little sleep. A lot of times you got to be out there in the rain, when it's cold, when it's freezing, when it's super hot. And the rewarding aspects, obviously the compensation. And another thing is that people do respect us, especially when people are out of power. They kind of see us as heroes. So being seen as a hero, that's amazing. This next comment is from Lucy Serna. ¿Cómo se supera el miedo a las alturas? Lucy's basically asking, how do you deal with the fear of heights? I could answer this in Spanish or in English. I'm gonna answer this in Spanish so you guys can kind of see how my Spanish is. Lucy, superar el miedo de las alturas es algo que tuve que superar muy pronto. Cuando yo empecé a trabajar de liniero, yo le tenía mucho miedo a las alturas y era una de mis fobias más grandes porque nunca me han gustado las alturas, pero a la misma vez dije que era mental, y si era el trabajo que quería hacer, tenía que superar el miedo de las alturas, y me lo propuse en la mente que era solo en mi mente y que se me iba a pasar el miedo porque tenía que lograr ese trabajo, tenía que lograr esa posición. Because heights used to be one of my biggest fears, but I said I have to become a lineman, and there's no such thing as being scared of heights if you're a lineman. So we're not scared of heights anymore. This next question is from Liz. Can you talk about side hustles, side businesses that don't require for you to be present 24/7 for those of us who need to also work? There's not many side hustles that don't need you to be present. Any side hustle, if you eventually want to make it to where that side hustle doesn't need you to be there anymore, well, you have to put initial hard work, and you have to put a lot of hours in the beginning to eventually be able to get to that point. So there's not a lot of side hustles that don't require your attention. So yeah, I personally think that side hustles do need you to be present. That's why they're called side hustles. They're not called like passive investments. And as far as side hustles, like, I guess it's easier for a guy to do a side hustle because we're willing to go do lawn work, or, you know, go fix someone's car, stuff like that. I can't speak for a lady because obviously I don't know what your capabilities are, but I'm assuming some service-based business, doing nails, doing eyebrows, doing hair, stuff around those lines. But as far as like side hustles, always think of like service-based business. So that's why I started with side hustles like mowing lawns, doing yard work, painting, snow removal in the winter. People are always willing to pay someone to help them do stuff around the house. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. I think it's time for me to go. This michelada definitely put me to sleep. I'm a little bit tired now. If you stayed to the end of this video, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate all you guys that stayed till the end, that don't just watch the first 2 minutes of the video. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.